So I can't actually do pull-ups at the moment, but I found a pull-up bar in the attic that I bought a long time ago, and I think I wussied out on because I couldn't do one pull-up. I think that's one of those moments you look back on with a little bit of regret because the opportunity was there. This is actually a really, really good door pull-up bar. Rubber handles here and doesn't put too much weight on here, so. But the fact that I'm not doing actual pull-ups currently, just to heal my shoulder and build strength, forearms as well particularly. So I don't actually have to put too much weight here, and I mean this, if you're worried about damaging the doorway, not actually doing push-ups, I suppose you can more effectively distribute your weight and maybe just do more or focus on form or whatever. But I'm just going to show you what I've been doing just to heal my shoulder, build strength in my forearms and arms. And it's real simple stuff, you know. You're just gonna lower yourself down and explode up, and then obviously I think a lot in the fitness circles you see people just kind of doing pull-ups, but it's intimidating. It's like, you know, seeing a figure on the top of a mountain. It's like, well, how did you get there? And so at least I suppose with this method it gives you a starting point no matter what your strength is, and you know, this is just the beginning of the journey for the unconditioned physical frame. And so we're just going to slowly get ourselves down, you know, right at that midpoint of comfort and discomfort, and then explode up. Preferably breathing in as we drop down, gripping as comfortably as we can with our fingers, but really trying to build up that strength in that grip, because mine is very weak because of various problems. And then pull up. Like that feels good. Good for the grip, especially if your grip's not strong. And the calisthenic stuff, I mean, I wish I'd learned about it earlier. I wish I'd found YouTube as a resource for human information earlier. I was trying to find the information I needed to thrive within the environment which wouldn't allow me to succeed, is how it felt. And that's just bonkers. I mean, that is my responsibility. You know, you can't expect your environment. You can't expect your birth environment to be specially tailored to your success. And that's what I think I expected. And then I was kind of like shocked that people within that environment, I felt, weren't capable of offering me the help which would actually have provided the foundations to build a healthy life. And I suppose that's a big part of taking responsibility and growing into a man. You know, you take responsibility for whatever you've been given, and you work out how you can use those resources most effectively to succeed in a world which almost demands that you prove your worth to it, otherwise it does not reward you. It's like there's this constant conversation with the world of just show me what you can do. And if you can prove yourself worthy of life, then you can gain access to its abundance. I think I very much fell into that trap of assuming that the world was in decline, just because that's what I felt my environment had presented for me. And I think you can only worship abundance if you understand it, and by worshipping abundance you can give rise to more abundance, and you can kind of like heal the scarred earth, because human beings have so much potential to productively shape their environment, more potential than any other animal. And I actually feel very attached to humanity. Oh, my shoulders. I feel very attached to humanity for the simple fact that I think there's this kind of, and I could be talking absolute nonsense here, and I'm liable to that, but there's this like global consciousness, and all of these people, just like me, who are focused about a world in decline, and that means there's this huge access to human resources for us to all develop our own productive concepts as to what an effective human life is in the here and now. And like, it's almost like climate change doesn't become a problem, then it becomes a potential to prove our self-worth in a world that I suppose requires our existence for whatever reason, and that's justifiable by the fact that we exist, and therefore we are justifiable, even if we don't understand it. So it's like I'm meant to be alive right now for whatever reason, and I've just got to find a justifiable reason to make the pain that is life worth living. Because I think of it as like life is growth, and growth is pain. Like, I always think of a tree, and a tree growing, and how much pain that must be, but it's productive. So it's almost like the pain dissolves and the reward becomes the king, or becomes I don't have the best word because I'm, not that smart really, but the pain subsides and something else takes its place as being more important, and so you just put up with the pain because you're like, oh yeah, this pain's good, because if you're a tree, I grow taller, I reach the light more effectively, and the light fills me with abundance and potential to live productively and benefit the things that live below by kind of raining down nutrients within the seasonal cycle. I tell you, I wish my younger self had known that I kind of knew about note-taking and self-accountability, but I never understood the effectiveness of filming yourself, because it's like all the mirage, the fog fades away and you get a real close look as to what you are. It's going to be hard for me to watch, to be perfectly honest, because I think I'm going to find out that I had a lot of potential and that a lot of my years were just squandered through confusion. You know, I mean, like, what do you want when you're walking through fog? You want landmarks. And like, once you find a landmark, do you continue wading through the fog? Probably not. No, you probably stay at the landmark unless you understand that the landmark doesn't offer safety, and you'd have to be confused to think it does, because you're still trapped within the fog. The first rule of life is health. Everything is built from there. I think I suspect, oh my God, my shoulders. I suspect if I keep doing this, I will actually attain full range of motion within my shoulders again. I would love to be able to do that without having to worry about pulling something. Alright, you get an idea. Hopefully what I said was relevant and not daft and wasn't a waste of your time. Truly, I hope it wasn't. Your time's valuable and you need to, well, I need to learn how to use it effectively, and I would recommend that others learn how to use the precious time effectively. Just so you can look back and say that life was good. Because I suppose at the end that's all you get. I wish you strength.